everyone, and welcome to the first Moto-Vlog of 2022. It's been a long time since I made one of these Moto-Vlogs. I think it's probably been since like August of last year or something. Just kind of took a little time off, and then of course the winter was really long, so man, I think it's been 6 months since I've been riding, period. It's just been a crazy winter. It continued to get crazy. First part of winter, it snowed early and it stuck around, and our snowpack was up over 120%, and as of right now we're down into the 60s, maybe even the 50s now. The farmers have started plowing the fields and planting them, but I've been told by a few people that the farmers could possibly run out of water by the end of July because there's that little moisture up in the mountains right now. But you can still see there's some snow up there, but it's not what it should be. Anyway, just thought I would kind of touch bases with you, see what's going on, and kind of tell you about what the end of last year kind of played out as. We did go on some good rides, but I just kind of didn't feel like filming, and kind of a little burned out, I think. Just needed some time just to go and ride the motorcycle and enjoy it. So I'll tell you one of the stories from the end of last year was myself and two friends took a trip down to Reno, and that was in September. I think it was a week or two after Labor Day. And that was quite a trip. It was pretty crazy. We left Idaho Falls and then cruised over to Boise and stayed at somebody's house over in Boise. Camped out in their trailer in their driveway. They were gracious enough to let us do that, and then headed on to Reno from there. And it was hot, man. I think it was like 98 degrees and just flat smoking, and there was very little just nothing, no relief, man. There was no shade, there was no nothing. It was just hot. But we got down to Reno, and then we met up with some Indian Riders group people down there. And I can't remember what the name of the occasion is, but every year Reno puts on a Thunder in the Streets or something like that. And it was a big bike gathering, and there was concerts and all kinds of vendors, just all kinds of stuff going on. But it was cool to see that. But you know, after seeing what COVID did to Reno, it was really sad. Most all the hotels were closed down. I can't remember what day we got there. I think it was on a Wednesday or a Thursday. But went down there, and man, the hotels were closed. We couldn't even get anything to eat. A lot of the restaurants were closed, and that town was in a serious world of hurt. It was incredible to see how bad that town fared with all the restrictions and everything that the state of Nevada put on all the businesses. It was just flat awful. I don't know how you feel about that, but man, it was, to see it firsthand was absolutely devastating. But let's get off of the gloomy stuff and get back onto the rides. So we met up with a bunch of people down there, and we went on some rides around Lake Tahoe and just kind of cruised around there and stopped. And I'll tell you, those guys down there are big into barbecue. Every place they wanted to go hit a barbecue joint, you know, ribs or pulled pork or whatever, man. That's what those guys wanted to eat. And it was pretty entertaining just to hang out with those guys. There was some guys from California, some guys from Nevada. One guy came up from Las Vegas. Can't remember if anybody came down from Oregon or not, but there was quite a group there, and and did some riding. Some guys from Boise came down also. But it was a lot of fun. We went over to Virginia City, and it's been a long time since I've been there, probably 20 plus years, and it was pretty cool. The bikers had just kind of took over that town, and that place was just absolutely loaded with motorcycles. It was really, really cool to see. There was a lot of motorcycles in town that weekend, which was really neat because that town really needed it. It was good to see. So anyway, after we did all the riding around Lake Tahoe, and my motorcycle actually made it into California. It's been a long time. It's been probably 25 years since I've crossed the border of California. I used to go down there. The guy that built my race chassis for my off-road cars was in Palmdale, and I used to go down there and visit with him. He'd do my suspension work too. But that was the last time I ever went down there. I hadn't been to California since, and so the Indian got to visit a couple new states on that ride. We went through the corner of Oregon on our way to Nevada, and down into Nevada, and then into California. So clicked off a couple more states on the old Indian. So anyway, after spending a couple 3 days in Reno, I think, we started on our way back, and then cruised down through Fallon, went to the Fallon Naval Air Station. That was kind of a dud. There wasn't anything flying, but it was cool to see. And cruised over into Elko, and then down to Lamoille Canyon. And I don't think it's a national or state park or anything like that, but it was a really cool place. We didn't get there till after dark. We rolled in there pretty late, and it was kind of neat to do it that way because we couldn't really see anything. But man, when we woke up in the morning, that canyon was just awesome. The views from our little camp spot, you know, just down in the corner of the canyon, was really neat. And then we got to ride on up higher and check out some of the other views up the canyon. It was a lot of fun, but I didn't film any of that. But luckily, if you guys want to see some of the movie footage of that instead of the stills I've been showing as I've been telling you my story, you can go over to a friend of mine's channel. It was one of the friends that went down there, and his channel's called Moto-Cal, and I will put a link in the description below to that video from where we went to Reno. And we saw a lot of other stuff too as we went around through there. Stopped by this old castle, and I got to see it. It was built by a mining railroad guy. Used it one time, and it's been empty ever since. And so anyway, if you want to see the video portion of that, he's got a pretty good video. Shows some of our adventures riding around there. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was a great time spent with a couple of really good friends. I spend a lot of time riding with these guys, and we're going to be doing some more rides this year together too. We've got our Northwest Tour ride, which is put on by our Indian Riders group this year. It's going to be, we're hoping that it'll kind of travel around and do, you know, and a lot of the different groups will be able to show us, you know, their areas or places they would like that they ride. But we're putting it on this year, so we're gonna go ride with those guys on that. And then we're also going down to the Durango Rendezvous, hopefully, fingers crossed, because I've tried to go down there the last 2 years. They've canceled it at the last minute, but it looks like this year is going to go. So I'm going to ride with those guys down there, and it'll be awesome. We'll ride the $1 Million Highway, ride up Telluride, hang out in Durango, and just see what kind of stuff we can do down there. It'll be a blast, I'm sure. We're going to be down there. We'll be gone for a week total, I believe. So that's about all that I've got planned big rides for next year. But like I said, go over and check out Moto-Cal's channel. So I'll leave a link in the description for that video, and I think I'm kind of out of my rut, and I'll be able to bring you some more videos. I've got one video left over from last year that I just discovered I had when I went and went to get my GoPro ready to go film this. I noticed I had a whole video that was still on the chip in there, so I'll be bringing you that one too sometime. But man, it's been great. And another thing I wanted to say, I wanted to just thank everybody. I've got over 500 subscribers now, 516 I think last time I looked. And this is the crazy part. I've got 95,000 views on all my videos. Not individually, but as a total. And that's crazy. I can't believe 95,000 views. So I really do thank you guys for tuning in and watching my stuff. I'll try to bring you some more cool stuff this year. And anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Just tune back in. I've got some cool stuff planned. And we'll talk to you next time. See ya.